Welcome to the Sexy Diva World podcast. I'm your host, Charlene, on a platform committed to a world that transforms the listening of powerful females. Our show will cover topics to empower and inspire females to discover and be their authentic self and create a life that they love. Welcome to the Sexy Diva World podcast. I'm your host, Charlene, committed to a sexy diva world where powerful women get to be fully self-expressed and discover their authentic self. So today's topic is all about achieving healthy hair, which is sexy natural hair. So grab your sparkling glass of love, right? And cheers with me as we get started on today's topic about sexy natural hair. I want to welcome our guest, Tammy J. Tammy, will you share a little bit about who you are?
Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Charlene, for having me on the show, Sexy Diva World. I love what you're doing, and I'm so inspired by what you're doing, and to be here, part of this, it's exciting. Okay, I know you told me to talk about me, but I'm just so moved by what you're up to that I just have to put that in there. So thank you for having me. Yes.
It's all God. Right. I'm just being obedient finally.
Don't you love that? It's so beautiful. Thank you for having me again. And who I am is Tammy J. I'm a PhD candidate in clinical psychology. I'm also a hairstylist for over 20 something years. And I've developed a company named The Texture of Me. And The Texture of Me, okay. Let me see. Okay, so again, my name is Tammy J. I'm a PhD candidate in clinical psychology. And what else I want to add? I've been a hairstylist for over 25 years, and I've developed a company named The Texture of Me. And The Texture of Me is bringing the awareness of the psychological and mental barriers that hair discrimination has on with people with textured hair. And textured hair is kinky, coily, curly, and wavy. So just really excited to share what I'm up to, and just such a privilege to be on your podcast, Charlene. So thank you so much for having me.
You're awesome. You're welcome. And there's always space here for you, Tammy. I love what you're doing. It's all a part of, empowering women to love themselves. And part of the challenge is learning how to take care of natural hair. Sometimes it's easier for me just to do something else than to deal with natural hair, which is what I have, natural hair, right?
Yes.
So what is your biggest complaint that you get from your clients around natural hair? I know for me, with my busy schedule, keeping my hair moisturized is a challenge. So what's your biggest complaints clients give you?
In all honesty, Charlene, my biggest complaint is people not having the support in the natural hair journey. Also not having a stylist who can support them in there, or not even being educated about it, right? Because as a consumer, like as yourself or a client, you got things that you're managing your business. You don't want to always have to know what to do to your hair, but you rather would be able to go to a hairstylist who specialize in hair, right? All hair.
Right.
It's supposed to be all hair, and
right.
help you through that process. That's not something that you should know,
Right.
And so that's where the biggest complaint is, honestly.
It's so interesting you said that. I've actually gone to beauty shops before, and they told me, they said, we can't do anything with your hair. We don't know what to do with your hair. And they turned me away, turned down business. So, that's one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the podcast, because I know you've created something that's going to help stylists really learn how to take care of their clients that come to them with natural hair, right?
Yes. And I do natural hair with clients too, but it's just me, right? And that's why I realized there was a gap in the industry about textured hair in a way that it would support my clients. And there's enough for us to go around, right? The clients. And
Right.
but the clients that I do have, that I educate them as much as I can. And when you talk about moisture and the complaint, is really knowing how to do their hair and like really supporting the journey, because even the moisture aspect is part of their journey, because sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's not, you know
Right.
but
Hmm.
who do you go to when you're having that? And if a stylist is not educated on that, then you don't know what to go to. There's YouTube and all that, surely. However, what is it like having your own personal hairstylist who can support you in that process?
Right. Absolutely. What would you tell the audience as far as what they could do if they're experiencing dry hair? What would you say are the top three reasons for the dry hair, and what they can do to remedy that?
Well, one of the things is drinking a lot of water. The thing that people don't realize, whatever we put in our body is what comes out of our body, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
our hair and nails are the last place that gets nutrients. So the more water, the better. I always recommend hair and nail vitamins as well, because it gets the nutrients, giving our hair the nutrients that it needs. And
Hmm.
then as far as like the styling process, I would always recommend like leave-in conditioner when they're styling the hair. A leave-in conditioner is like the prepping part of the style that provides moisture to dry hair. Not just leave-in conditioner by itself, but leave-in conditioner included. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah.
Yes, yes. So, I've heard a lot about, this low porosity, high porosity, and that also may play a part in products to use to keep their hair moisturized. How can someone determine uh, if they have low porosity or high porosity hair? And does that matter in moisturizing?
I feel like it does. They do the test where the hair drops into the water, low porosities, it go to the bottom, and high porosity, it floats on top, because it's the cuticle, right? That's
Hmm.
open or closed. And when it's closed and, nothing can get in, that could be a good thing, but sometimes it's not, because when it comes to providing, I don't know, styles and things like that, then the hair maybe is not cooperative. But if it's middle in the middle, that's fine. However, the middle part I said is fine. It's not like the perfect. That's when I want to identify. But the level of low porosity, it needs moisture, but then you don't want to put too much moisture in it. Does that make sense? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right, right. So if it's floating on the top, that's considered high porosity. Is that
Well,
what I'm understanding?
so so bear with me, because I get me personally, I get confused even with that. I'm just gonna be authentic
Yeah.
with you about that.
Right, right,
But
right, right.
it's really more of, if it's floating at the top, that means that the cuticle is not open. So it
Got it.
doesn't need as much moisture, right? But then when it goes to the bottom, that it's trying to gravitate, like it's literally almost, I would say, dead in a sense, because the moisture it can't get in there, so it's floating to the bottom. Does that make sense?
Got it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What would you say as an industry leader? I would say an industry expert. What do you find to be the most challenging for you as a stylist in the business?
Um, I'd say go back into the education part, where
Hmm.
Charlene, is the part that really like moves me a lot about in the industry, with servicing people on their natural hair journey, because it's an emotional impact. And that's the part,
Right.
because I've had clients where I do their hair and they leave out crying, because they never knew that their hair could be this beautiful, it could ever look like that. And addressing that has been a big thing for me with supporting people on their natural hair journey. And that's, why I even created the texture of me, because we all have a unique texture, right? And it's
Hmm.
my texture is different from your texture, and even it's such many textures in one person's head as well,
Right.
right?
Right.
And
Right.
so,
Right.
if anything I said is having the support on people on the natural hair journey, and the
Hmm.
mental aspect of people are impacted by. Because, when I look at what you're doing in your work about sexiness, sexiness is from within, right?
That's right. Absolutely.
Right. And
Yes.
if their hair is that, our hair is part of our sexiness,
Right.
that's
Right. Right.
And so if their hair is not right per se, quote unquote, or feeling complimenting of their natural beauty or their sexiness, that's where it's an impact and a negative impact if they're not knowing what to do with it or how to wear it or what it should be.
Or covering it up like I do sometimes,
Right,
just because it's easier.
right. So yeah, that's what I have to say that I notice the impact in the industry, but that's not been spoken about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being that this industry, hair industry, is $1 billion industry, and no one is even talking about that, it's a I feel like it's a problem, big problem to address.
Well, that's why I'm so excited for you to share with us your process for stylists. You want to just dive in and share what you've created, especially with the Crown Act just getting approved. I mean, I think this is awesome, and I want everybody to flood your website. And all the stylists out there that's listening, I want you all to get certified. So share what's happened with your course and the process and the outcomes. I want to I'm so excited for it. I want everybody just to support you on that.
Awesome. Thank you. So thank you for allowing me to share that. So the Texture of Me has a CE program, and the CE program is now officially approved by Texas. And that what that
Hey.
offers for hairstylists or people in the beauty industry who renew their CE credits every 2 years can now take textured hair education and get credits for them. So the first ever CE accredited textured hair education.
Oh my goodness, Tammy. Congratulations on that. Aren't you the pioneer? Building and
Yes,
creating things, committed to serving, our community and people with, curly textured hair. That's awesome. The powerful
yes.
diva that you are.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So
And
it's
so
really
how can people access that course?
the website is thetextureofme.com, and they can go to the website and go into the education section, and then the education section, click on it and go to the CE credit part, and they'll send them right on to the program itself, and they take the course.
Awesome. Awesome. Fantastic. Do you have anything that would be a good tip for our audience in how um to take care of their natural hair, and where can people find you? You're located in Houston. I want everybody to look you up and come check out your shop, and so they can get quality hands-on expert experience and walk out of there feeling beautiful, because we wear our hair like our crown. And so I wore my queen shirt for the occasion. So where can people find you in Houston?
They can find me at a salon on Kirby. It's off, I had to say, I don't know the address, but it's salon on Kirby. And I'm there on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. And they can go on the website even to make an appointment with me. And in regards to just, one thing I would say for anyone is to embrace the journey and know that it's a process. Don't think you come in and you get your hair done one day and you know it all. No, it's a journey. And it's not just your hair, it's your mental state. And when a person can really get that, they can really appreciate the journey and the process. And I'm here for it. I'm here to support them in their journey and really have them to get the whole thing about self-love, the loving themselves, the loving their hair, and all a part of their sexy diva world.
Wow, Tammy, you know what? You are amazing. And I'm so excited to connect with you. You are so talented. I didn't even realize that you were a singer. I was going to ask you, because you're so multi-talented, if you wanted just to sing a little song for us that's in alignment with the whole Sexy Diva theme. This is all about fun and play, right? Tammy, grace us with your beautiful voice. Just a little snippet.
Okay, so the song is called Falling in Love with Me. I'm falling in love with me. Yeah.
Hey, Sexy Divas, I'd love to have you guys support Tammy. We're gonna work out something where we can have her music be a part of our theme, because this is all about self-love, embracing self-love, really step into your power. What's opened up newly for you since we've had this conversation?
What's been opening up for me is that, it's really discovering that more people wanting to know more about this, and people are excited about what we're up to as providing continuing education hours. And what's in the process is the development of professional level of texture hair education, online program. And I'm also going to be doing CE credit training in person. So
Awesome.
we'll be having events soon, and we're going to let our listeners, or I would say people, know about it. And they can find more information emailing me at thetextureme@gmail.com, because
Awesome.
I am wanting to go ahead and host in-person CE credits training as well.
That's so awesome. Fantastic. Well, I'm so glad to be a part of what you're up to and all the great contribution you're going to do for a lot of women, especially women who are, really wanting to have healthy, sexy hair and be natural, right? So that's, that's amazing. So hopefully you guys will check out Tammy's website and email her if you have questions. Stylists, get onto her website and take her course. And this was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. Sexy Divas is always an extraordinary and amazing experience to be with you. So thank you for taking the time to watch our podcast. And you're a sexy diva when you're a powerful woman, right? Who is being courageous, unstoppable, and creating a life that you love. So stand in your truth, honor yourself, right?
Yeah.
And stand in your power. And that's what makes you unapologetically a sexy diva. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe. This channel is all about female empowerment, health and wellness and sexiness, right? You can find us on YouTube, of course, on Facebook, on Instagram. I'm suggesting that you send this link to 5 friends. Let's build a sexy diva world together. I'm so excited to share with you guys. Stay tuned with us. We're coming with the Sexy Diva Summit. It's the Self-Love and Sisterhood Summit. It's all about empowering women to transform, to release, to emerge, and transcend beyond all limits to create a life that they love, a life that you love, because you are a sexy diva. See you soon.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Connected to this episode? Then join us. Let's build a sexy diva world together. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with 5 friends. Let's go.